Welcome back to the 9th edition of NAHJ Spotlight Series Newscast. I'm Mabel Regalado Hernandez from Loyola University, New Orleans. Thank you for staying with us. As students head back to school, debates over childhood vaccinations are heating up. In Florida and West Virginia, new policies are raising questions about public health and classroom safety. Abby Lynn Williams has more.
As kids and teachers head back for another year in the classroom, proposed legislation in Florida and West Virginia about changing vaccine requirements for public school students is changing the conversation around public health in American public schools. In early September, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Surgeon General Joseph Ladapo announced that his administration would move to eliminate all vaccination requirements in the state of Florida. Andrew Spar, president of the Florida Education Association, expressed concerns for students regarding the proposed initiative to eliminate vaccine requirements.
Well, first, let me say this. We're not scientists and we're not medical experts, but we trust the overwhelming consensus coming out of the medical field and the science field that vaccines are safe and vaccines work. So I think we also have to remember, we're not just talking about the health of individuals, we're also talking about the academic, protecting the academic time. Why would we put in place policies that actually could lead to students being out of school more?
This comes as the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices voted to change the childhood vaccination schedule and follows a similar move by West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey to expand vaccine exemptions for students on religious grounds in addition to philosophical and medical exemptions. Vaccine mandates have been commonplace since the 1960s when many states began establishing guidelines. According to the CDC, the 2024 to 2025 school year saw vaccination rates fall to roughly 92%, while exemption rates rose to 3.6%, continuing a trend from previous years. Dr. Georges C. Benjamin, director of the American Public Health Association, describes the need to trust the science when it comes to protecting public health.
We all spread our germs around one another, and particularly kids. They only spread their germs pretty much with their family members, but when they go out about amongst other kids, they begin to spread their germs to each other. But there are a few of these diseases, like the ones we vaccinate for. We vaccinate because we know they can protect you from getting these very serious illnesses. And the vaccines are safe and effective. And what happens when these kids who are unvaccinated share their germs amongst each other, you can just have an explosion of very serious disease.
The future of both executive orders remain uncertain. Florida's executive order must still go through the state's legislature, where some vaccines are protected by statutes that cannot be reversed by an executive order. While in West Virginia, the state's Board of Education has gone to court against the governor's office regarding the executive order. From Manhattan, I'm Abby Lynn Williams from American University, reporting for the NAHJ Spotlight Series.
Thank you, Abby. Educators and health officials say the real test will come as students face a full school year under these new rules. At least 14 people are dead after the U.S. military launched strikes on 2 Venezuelan boats this month in international waters. Natalie Feliciano has the latest.
Venezuela has mobilized 3 days of military exercise with more than 2,500 soldiers militarized along the coastal regions. Nicolas Maduro claims that the move is aimed at combating drug trafficking and safeguarding national sovereignty.
This escalation comes as the U.S. significantly steps up anti-narcotics operations in the Caribbean after U.S. military forces struck a vessel in the region on September 15th.
President Donald Trump has already announced the launching strikes on 2 Venezuelan boats this month in international waters.
Something the Venezuelan government isn't taking lightly. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro and Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino are making it their priority to order serious military mobilization, which includes deploying the 2,500 troops to border regions and coastal zones, citing a sovereign response to the U.S. No one is going to come and do the work for us. As U.S. naval appears closer to Venezuelan waters, the military pressure mounts. Analysts warn that this can be more than just a counter-narcotics. It may be a form of gunboat diplomacy aimed at rattling Maduro's regime.
As diplomats and analysts watch closely, the next move on either side may well determine whether it remains a show of force or spirals into something far more precarious. Natalie Feliciano, NAHJ Spotlight News.
The U.S. has previously accused Maduro of drug trafficking and even placed a $50 million bounty on his arrest. Thank you, Natalie. Coming up, communities boxed in by pollution, how one Long Beach activist is fighting to clean the air and protect future generations. Next.